just don't sit there. But get up. Girl, get up. Man, get up. Whatever you do, don't sit in your sorrow. Don't sit in your misfortune. Don't sit in the things that are not preferable to you in life. Don't sit in your sadness. Don't sit in your depression. Don't sit in your heaviness. Don't sit in your loneliness, but get up. Get up. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Kreate with Kendra, a place where you can be inspired, challenged, and changed. I am just always so excited for us to come together in this place, whether you are listening on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, if you're playing this in your car, if you're watching it on YouTube. I am just always super excited for you to join in every single Wednesday morning or whenever you tune in. I am just glad you are doing so. Let's get into it. So today is the last day for submissions. As you all know, we've been announcing for the past couple of weeks that Unassociated is going to be celebrating its third year in ministry next week. So that is really exciting. So if you are someone that wants to be a part of that celebration, we would love for you to send in a 55-second video telling us a moment in your life when you realized that God loved you. Today is the last day. So get on that and let's, get ready for the celebration next week. I'm super excited for it. If that is you, you can send in your video at community@unassociated.com, or you can DM us at un_associated. All right. Last order of business, y'all, before we jump into the episode. I want to remind all of the listeners that this is your space to hear things that you want to hear, to have conversations that you want to have. Okay. So, and I also want to thank those that have been sending in questions and topics. If that is you and you want to send in a topic of discussion or a question that you want answered, something you're really not sure of and you want answered here on the show, head on over to www.unassociated.com/askKendra. And your girl right here will be extremely excited and willing to answer any questions or to tackle any topics of conversation that you send in. Okay, that was a tongue twister. But yeah, you all are so welcome to utilize this space as your own because it definitely is. And then also you can hit me up, on Instagram at _Kreate with Kendra. That is Kreate with 8K. All right, well, let's get into it because I'm here to check on you to see if you good. Like, y'all good? Is everybody good? Because I feel like there is a lot going on. Life right now feels like a tossed salad. Like, you know how you take the big old forks and you just toss your salad and just be going everywhere? Yeah, that's how life feels to me. With this whole COVID thing that's been lasting much longer than a lot of us expected it to last. Literally, I know I did. I thought things were coming along and numbers were going down and people were being, more responsible, quote unquote, and trying to get a hold or just a hold of what's going on. But then a whole nother variant came out and the numbers are going back up and people are, being hospitalized at even higher rates. And then, folks are teeter-tottering if they're going back to work or if they're going back to school, if they're going to send their kids to school. And, people are still catching it, on the campus and at their work site. And I'm just like, oh my Lord, Jesus, fix it. Lord, put a Band-Aid on it because I can't deal with it. Okay. I was at Kaiser and I was standing in line and this guy turns around, this older gentleman turns around and he says, I can't wait for this to be over. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this man is tired. Sir, I'm tired too. Okay. If it's not one thing, it's another. But sometimes we just think, oh no, I know I do. It would just be nice if just things went our way, right? If I had an idea of how I want my life to be, how I want the world to be, and it just happened like that, that would be very nice. But life isn't always that way. Life is full of twists and twirls and swirls. It's one day you're on top of the world. The next day you're experiencing depression. One day you have a steady income, and the next you don't know when your next is coming. One day you've put your trust in a certain person, and then the next the trust is broken. One day you're surrounded and supported, and the next you feel isolated. What is going on? What is going on? And I'm just checking in to see if y'all doing all right, because I feel like, my boat's been rocked a little bit too, and just figuring out what's next and how life is going to be. And sometimes I just have to remind myself, like, God has it under control, and God is going to take care of me like he always has. But when life deals us things that we didn't even ask for, question is, what are you going to do about it? There are some things that we can help, and then there are just some things that we can't help. But the question is, what are you going to do about it? What is your response going to be, right? I just want to encourage everyone that is listening to this right now. Just don't sit there, but get up. Girl, get up. Man, get up. Whatever you do, don't sit in your sorrow. Don't sit in your misfortune. Don't sit in the things that are not preferable to you in life. Don't sit in your sadness. Don't sit in your depression. Don't sit in your heaviness. Don't sit in your loneliness, but get up. Get up. And I had that realization of having to get up not too long ago. Not too long ago. And even when you feel like you are defeated, even when you feel like life is not that good, this should not have happened to me. I don't like how that's going. I'm unsure about that. I don't know what this is going to turn out to be. Don't sit in that uncertainty and become worse, become lower, become heavier. Get up. Get up and do something. Now, I asked y'all on Instagram, what makes you happy? A few responses I got was spending time with loved ones, food. Somebody said AC. Hello, because in Sacramento, it be hecka hot. Church family, music. There are a lot of things that helps us get through the day or picks us up when we need it. And I remember not too long ago, just feeling really low, feeling really down. Just because I'm not doing a whole lot right now when it comes to like my job and when it comes to school, all of that is connected, right? But right now we're on break. And so I find myself a lot of the time trying to stay busy, or when I'm not busy, feeling very low because of it, right? And so I had talked to one of my mentors about it, just telling them, I've been feeling really low. I haven't been myself. And she said, girl, you got to get up. You got to do something about it. And I thought to myself, you know what? You're right. The way that I'm feeling, yes, life is happening. I feel stuck in the house. I feel pulled back and forth. I feel somewhat unstable, but I need to take responsibility for what I need. I do, because there are some things that like I said, there are some things that we can help and there's some things that we can't. The things that we can't, we got to get that to God. Period. Ain't no need to try to work on it, try to fix it, try to worry about it. We just got to get that to the Lord. But when it comes to things that we can help, because there's some stuff that we can't help, we got to get up and do it and not sit in our sorrow and soak in it. Right? So I created a list of things that I'm going to be doing when it comes to just occupying time and not feeling low. Because when you sit in the house, or when you put all of your eggs in one basket, right, and things don't turn out the way that you expect them to, or things fail, or whatever the case may be, that can be a lot. It can cause people to be anxious, to fall into depression, a whole bunch of things, right? And for whoever's listening to this, I just want to remind you that you're not alone, because there are so many people that are experiencing those feelings of sadness and feeling low. I remember last week, actually, I went to lunch with one of my friends from college. Shout out to Ja. We went out to go get sushi together. And I was just super excited to get out because I had been in the house all day, right? And we were just exchanging and having conversation about what's been going on. And as the conversation progressed, we soon came to realize that we were kind of in the same position. We were experiencing the same kinds of feelings. And I just want to encourage somebody to let them know that you're not alone. You're not. Because you may look to your left or look to your right, and the person next to you may be feeling the same thing. So don't be discouraged. Don't feel odd or don't feel bad about that, because, you're not alone. So to keep myself from slipping into a place that I don't want to be, I made a list on my phone that I go to when I say, you know what, I have a free day, or I have time to do this, and I don't want to just sit in the house and watch TV, or I don't want to just, not do anything, right? So I got me a little list, and I want to share this with y'all. One of the things that I said that I wanted to do was, on a nice day, if I'm not doing nothing, go painting in the park. I got a canvas, and I got paintbrushes and paint in my trunk. Don't ask me why. I just do. And I can go to the park and paint. Right? I can spend time with a friend. As many times as you talk to somebody and they're like, we should go have ice cream, or we should go get sushi, or we should go shopping, whatever it is, you write them names down and be like, okay, so-and-so said that we should go do this. Let me check in with them and see if we can, pick a day that we can hang out, right? Or I have another thing that I wrote down, and it's go to my parents' house and do some sewing with my mom. My mom is an amazing seamstress and designer, and she's amazing. So I started working on an outfit, with her, spending quality time with my parents. Go look for a car. Go look for a house. Well, Kendra, I ain't ready to buy a car yet. I ain't ready to buy a house yet. That's fine. But you can dream. And it's free to go look at a house. It's free to go look at a car, okay? Everything that you can do outside of the house does not require money. Pack you up some snacks and get out and go look for a house. Okay? Look for things that you want to happen in your future, in the next couple of years. I'll be looking to be buying a new car. Right now, I don't want to do that. I paid my car off a couple, maybe 2-3 years ago. Ain't got no car note. I'm loving it. But eventually, I'm going to get another one. So go out and look for another car. Go look for a house. Go look for, window shop in that regard. And you can window shop for big things, right? Go check out a local church. Like me, I moved to a new city, and my church that I attend on Sundays is an hour away from where I live. And so I thought to myself, well, let me check out a local Bible study that's happening in town. So get to know your neighbors, get to know people in the city. For those that like shopping, go on and thrift. I know I have a few friends that love to go thrifting. You can get into that kind of stuff. Go read a book at Barnes and Nobles. Whatever it is, get up and do something. It's so easy to get caught up in the news. Easy to get caught up in being scared of catching a virus and I mean, the list can go on and on and on and on and on. But get up. Don't fall into sadness, into lowliness. If you can help it, there are some things you can't help. But the things that you can do, get up. Get up and do something about it. I don't want us. Well, let me talk to you, because I have my pep talk already to myself. Because I talk to myself, and that's all right. But I don't want you to lose who you are because of what's going on right now. I don't want you to become less or do less because of your current circumstance. While you're in the valley, while we are in this toss salad life, while things are unsure, while you're waiting, be an encouragement to yourself. I remember one of those days where I was just trying to recover from feeling so low. I was in the kitchen cooking breakfast, and I said, God, even though I'm waiting on you to do some stuff and to work some stuff out for me, I thank you. Because when I open this refrigerator, there's food. I thank you that when I turn on that switch, the light comes on. I thank you that when I go over there and turn the thermostat to cool, that I got AC working. I thank you for the clothes on my back. I thank you for the shoes on my feet. And even though I experience these things every day, does not mean they are less of a blessing. So be an encouragement to yourself. I'm reminded of David in 1 Samuel chapter 30, verse 6. And it said, David was greatly distressed, for the people spake of stoning him because of the souls of all the people were grieved. Every man from his son for his daughters. But David encouraged himself in the Lord, his God. Now, I don't know if anybody after your head and trying to stone you like David was, right? But nonetheless, David was going through it. David was distressed. He was in a tight, tense situation. You may be, in a different scenario, but still in that darkness, David encouraged himself in the Lord. Even in your darkness, even in your valley, encourage yourself in the Lord. And if you have enough, muster up some more strength to call somebody and encourage them. Because, baby, like I said earlier, you're not alone. Other people are feeling down. Other people are feeling low, depressed, anxious. So if pray that God gives you strength to encourage yourself and also to call and to encourage somebody else, right? We're going to make it. But just don't sit there. Get up. All right, y'all. Well, before we close out today, we are going to go before the Lord in prayer. So with all hearts and minds clear, Father, thank you so much. Thank you for being God. Thank you for being sovereign, for being loyal, for being faithful. Thank you because even though life isn't always consistent and it isn't always what we really want, you remain the same. Thank you for sustaining us. Thank you for giving us our basic needs. Thank you. Now, God, I'm praying for those that are experiencing anxiety, depression, sadness, or anything that's anchoring them down in the wrong direction. God, I pray that you release them from it and encourage their hearts to get up and do something, to go on a walk, to go on a bike ride, to go to the park, to go window shopping, to check out a local Bible study, to cherish their family and friends. God, I pray that you help them get up and utilize their time. God, I'm praying for everyone that's listening to this, a covering that you keep them from depression and anxiety. And God, that you hold their hand and walk them through their valleys and their dark places. God, I'm praying for everyone that is looking for employment, that is financially strained. God, that you make a way, because that's the only thing you know how to do is make a way. God, we love you. We thank you. We praise you. We give you glory and honor. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, friends and family. That's all I have for this week. If you enjoyed this episode, I want you to share with somebody who needs to get up, okay? Share it, copy and paste it, put it on your Facebook if you're on Facebook. Okay, send it to a family, a friend, an auntie, a neighbor, a cousin. If you got your butcher's number, send it to him too, okay? Until next time. Until next week, beautiful people. Be blessed.